All right, hello everyone. It's Matthew Hagum. I'm here again with Ingrid Edstrom, and you know who we are. So we're not going to bore you with the details. What we are going to not bore you with is a demonstration, an introduction to one of the new tools that we are introducing to the Accounting Alchemy Network. We understand that a lot of you maybe struggle to make the live events. I know some of you really want to, but it's just not working out for work or busy or whatever the reason is, but you still care about the cause and you still want to get involved. So, what we've decided is to get ourselves into an environment that actually encourages communication, collaboration, and conversation that is not on a social media platform. We still currently have the Facebook group and we have the LinkedIn group. I will probably continue to retain the LinkedIn group and do some work there. We're not sure what's going to happen with the Facebook, TBD on that. But what we do want to encourage you to do is join us in Hylo so that you can begin to get involved in some of the really awesome conversations that we're having and participate whenever it's convenient for you. So I'm going to pass the ball over to Ingrid, and she's going to give you a little taste of what Hylo is and what it can do. And then if you have any questions, we'll answer them, hopefully, in some way, shape, or form. So Ingrid, ball over to you. Take us into Hylo. Let's see what we're playing with.
Fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So here we are in Hylo, and just really briefly, a little background around Hylo. For those of you who are familiar with kind of walled garden social media forums like Mighty Networks or Circle, Hylo's kind of like that, only Hylo was built especially for movement-based organizations to be able to connect and share resources. And as such, there's actually no paywall to this particular tool. They are donation based, and I highly recommend checking out their website and reading about their vision and mission in the world. It is freaking beautiful, and we are really, really excited to have the opportunity to work with this amazing group of people who are building this tool and see what their tools have to offer. So, similar to many other social media and other platforms, there is a stream of various just posts that, kind of like your wall in Facebook or, the general flow of consciousness of posts that come up in LinkedIn. There's also areas to explore and learn about the different members of the organization. Look how cute we are. Oh my gosh, look at these adorable pictures. But then there's other places where we can collaborate. So getting into projects, for example, we've got various projects set up where we can organize ourselves around particular initiatives. Now, for those of you who have been joining us in the mobilizer calls, you're already aware. For the rest of you, you might not be fully aware. The Accounting Alchemy Network is not a hierarchical organization. This is not a just founder-led organization. We are trying to develop a decentralized leadership model that is largely sociocratic. And what that means is that we want each of our members to be able to step forward in creating and being the change that you want to see in the world. And you're not stepping on anybody else's toes by creating what you want to create. So if you want to create a project, if you want to do something, we've got initiatives that are led by members of our organization. So a member leading conversations around multi-capital accounting and what does it look like to have multi-capital education and be able to account for more than just money and finance. So social capital, environmental capital, political capital, all of those things that have value, but it's not necessarily always a monetary value. Also, our Humane Workplaces series, a place where we can organize members who are interested in taking the Game Changer intensive course. So these are different projects where we can organize particular conversations where you can opt in or opt out and be involved if you want to, but you don't have to be involved in everything. We also have an area for events. And one of the really cool things about this area of events is you are welcome to schedule events and put your own Zoom on here. You're like, I want to have a conversation about this thing. And the newsletter for this month has already gone out, but maybe I just want to see if we can get even 3, 4 people together to talk about this idea that I'm really passionate about. Schedule an event, tag those people, see if you can get people in the room. We want to invite you to create. And this is a great place to do that without having to do a bunch of social media marketing. This is not about marketing. This is about connecting. It's about relationships. It's about creating what we want to create, and we want to encourage you to be able to do that. So we also have a members area where we can see the different members who are currently part of our Hylo. Um, there's a decisions area. So we haven't actually used the decisions area yet, but if at some point we needed to make decisions sociocratically involving everyone, maybe who can't be at a mobilizer meeting or however we want to do that, we can create those things there. I'm going to come back to groups in a moment. We also have this nifty map tool where we can see little dots of where people are all over the world. And zoom out. I think we've got a couple people in Europe and Australia and things like that. So we've got great things going on. I love the map tool and just being able to see the spread of where people are. Um, Getting into the groups, we also have a subgroup. And many of you have probably seen in the newsletter the Regenerative Accounting Cafe, which is a collaboration between the Accounting Alchemy Network and the Next Economy MBA program. So, Next Economy MBA program is actually how I heard about Hylo. And the Regenerative Accounting Cafe started there and then became a collaboration between the Next Economy MBA and the Accounting Alchemy Network. And so this Regenerative Accounting Cafe now has its own Hylo group. And this group is set up as a child group of both the Accounting Alchemy Network and the Next Economy, Lift Economy, Next Economy MBA program. And so the way Hylo operates is we can cross post Accounting Alchemy Network between Regenerative Accounting Cafe and Accounting Alchemy Network, but Regenerative Accounting Cafe can also post in the Next Economy MBA. So those events are in both of those groups, which is really, really great. Actually, all three of these groups. So yeah, there's some really, really cool things going on here. It's really easy to just click on create and create a new discussion request, offer resource. And we really just want to encourage our members to come in here and start conversations and play. And I'm curious, Matthew, is there anything that I needed to cover in here that I have not covered? What questions are
Yeah,
coming
I,
for
I think
you?
one thing, really simple, like a lot of, this, a lot of our, new members maybe aren't like ready to initiate conversations or start big, start running events yet, but they just kind of want to like, add some comments to some things and sort of engage. So if I wanted to sort of, just see what the conversations were and wanted to leave a comment on something, like what's that look like? Can you show us how to leave a comment?
Sure. So if I'm in the stream and we see, my last post was 3 days ago where I posted, hey, there's the Value Social Forum, which is starting in 10 minutes. If someone was like, oh, wow, I'm really bummed I missed that. You could post, so bummed I missed this. Where's the replay? Question mark. And then that puts the comment into this thread, notifying for sure me because I posted the original event, the original thread, um, to prompt me to say, oh, hey, yeah, here's the YouTube link, which by the way, if you're interested in checking out the Value Social Forum, that link is on YouTube.
And if you leave that comment, I might even notice it and then comment with the link. So, it
Well,
works.
yes, it seems kind of strange though for me to post bummed I missed this, where's the replay when I you and I were kind of leading the conversation. I was very much there. Um
Awesome.
yeah. Other questions?
Yeah, so that was perfect. Thank you. And then I guess if I wanted to, could you maybe go check out some of the profiles so I could learn a little bit more about the people? Like, what if I wanted to learn more about individuals? Is there a way to send, a
Yeah.
direct
So if I
message?
click on members, so here we've got this members area over here, which because we're set up as admins, it might look a little bit different for other members coming in. So if your view looks a little bit different when you first get started, that's totally fine. And if at any point you're like, I would love to take on more of a leadership role in the Accounting Alchemy Network, we would be happy to share some of the administrative kinds of things. So I can click on members over here, or I can click on members over here. Either way works just fine. And let's go ahead and learn a little bit about Jana. Let's grab Jana. So, oh, Jana has not filled out her profile with skills and interests, what I'm learning, and other Hylo groups. Um, these things below here, are things that are actually, are these so these are Jana's badges. These down here are my badges. Um, let's grab another one and see if, let's grab Alina.
So she filled out her
Here we
profile.
go. So Alina is filled out, subconscious change specialist, helping conscious leaders and creatives break the cycle of self-sabotage and stress and step into more success, fulfillment, and well-being. Former CPA, Accounting Alchemy Network co-founder and organizer, grassroots activist group for accountants who are, so I'm guessing that Alina probably copied this from another bio,
Mhm.
considering that here she's describing what the Accounting Alchemy Network is, and here we are in the Accounting Alchemy Network. Skills and interests, she put in accounting and taxes, entrepreneurship, marketing, hypnosis, coaching and mentoring, all kinds of good, tasty things. Learning about economics, alternative economics, social justice education, Taoism, all kinds of good things. And Alina is also a member of the Next Economy MBA and the Regenerative Accounting Cafe. So maybe those were Janaz badges on the other one.
Mm.
She just had more, or maybe the software was having a glitch. I don't know. But Alina, the badges up here match the badges down here, whereas Janaz they didn't for some reason. We also can see here that there is Alina's email address, LinkedIn profile, website, and this little three dots. If somebody is bugging you, which I can't imagine would be the thing because we actually have standards in the Accounting Alchemy Network. Um, but you can block a member. Hopefully, we can have better healing conversations than that.
Yeah.
Looks like Alina is planning to go to the next Regenerative Accounting Cafe, which is great. And we can also see Alina's recent history.
Mhm.
So, some cool things going on
And then
there
it looks
to
like
learn
there's
about
a
Alina.
chat bubble too. So if you
Oh
wanted to
yeah, so we
initiate
can
a
push
chat,
the message this member. It's really easy to send messages, and you can access your message center from within a member's profile to send them a direct message, or up in the upper right-hand corner, there's also the little message bubble up here, along with the notifications icon. So clicking on here, we can see some of the new activity. Now, note that some of this new activity under My Notifications are not just from the Accounting Alchemy Network and Regenerative Accounting Cafe, because I'm also a member of the Next Economy MBA and a couple other Hylo groups. And my notifications within my profile are across all of my Hylo groups.
mm,
So it keeps all of that information in one place and makes it easy to just clear the inbox.
yeah. Yeah, it's a great tool. So a last question for you, because I'm noticing, for example, we have these topics in the bottom corner that sort of direct us to different things that people have tagged. I'm curious if you could click on one of those so we could see what that looks like. And then the follow-up question for that is, hey, what if I'm reading an article somewhere and I think it might be relevant to the conversations of the AAN? Can you, and I think we kind of got to this a little bit, but I just want to be really explicit. Like, how would I post that article to the discussion, like to the discussion environment so that I could start a conversation about a resource I found?
Yeah. So here, Game Changer Intensive, right now what it found was because I hashtagged GCI in the Game Changer Intensive project that I created. So, and we've got a handful of comments on this. We have just a couple of days before the registration ends for the upcoming Game Changer Intensive. So depending on how quickly we get this on YouTube, if you're interested in joining us for the Game Changer Intensive, we will be meeting on Tuesday afternoons, early afternoon Pacific time. So tried to choose a reasonable time for East Coasters as well. Um, but yeah, it's pretty easy. If we wanted to start a new thread, if I go to the stream, I can create a post just in the stream,
Hmm.
which can be a discussion, a request, an offer, resource, project, event, proposal. You can choose what kind of thing. You can also oh, access that by just clicking the create button on the top.
Hmm.
So discussion, and I'm going to say, last chance to register for GCI, the upcoming round of the Game Changer Intensive.
For those of you who like to format your text, you can see all the formatting buttons there. Yay. It looks like we can attach pictures and files.
Helps if I can type.
There's that too. Mhm.
And I can add date information and those sorts of things later. The main thing is, it makes it really easy to just tag a topic in here, and that will add that to the Game Changer Intensive. And you know what else I can do? So here, posting in the Accounting Alchemy Network, I'm also going to go ahead and post it in the Regenerative Accounting Cafe. Um, and that way we're getting rolling with it. So I can add the link to that in a moment and finish that post up. I don't want to go hunting for the link while I'm screen sharing. But yeah, so I think that we've covered a bunch of things, and of course, there's still going to be more learning and growing. Hylo is a somewhat new tool, and there's new features constantly coming out. They have a Hylo group for people who want to help build these ideas and beta test and contribute. And overall, it's just a really, really healthy, effective community, and we are very much enjoying collaborating with them.
Yay, awesome. So go to Hylo, go check it out, go join us in conversation. Use that as your space to interact with folks in between sessions or meetings. Go check out some of our YouTube videos and then come back and start a conversation on things that inspire you. Or if you find something that you think is relevant to the work that we're doing, drop it in and start a discussion on it and see what kind of a conversation you can spark. So have fun. Let us know if you have any questions, and otherwise, enjoy your afternoon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.